Morning YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's Fred here. Well, it's a bit of a sad day on the channel today. I've mentioned that we've got a few pieces of equipment that we don't no longer use anymore. So today we're going to take you through. We're going to sell one of them, but also free up some more funds for the race car. Check this out. Well, here she is. It's a Case IH 60B farm tractor, and we just have not gotten the use out of this thing. It's got a big slasher on the back of it too, and it's got a cab over, air conditioning, 2.5 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel motor. It's got a bucket, front loader, set of hay forks, and we had, isn't that right, Charlie? We had every ambition to move this up to our other farm, but the other thing is we've actually got a smaller tractor up there, so not going to double up having multiple tractors here, particularly when there's more goodies to go on the race car. So hopefully old mate enjoys this. It's only got 82 hours on it, and it's barely been used really. So we hope he enjoys it, and we'll show you getting it loaded on the truck in a second. Okay, so the tractor's gone. It's a little bit sad to see it go, but you can't have things lying around and not working on them. But the good thing is, what we're going to do now with those funds is put them towards, you know, our other projects we keep talking about. And we've got a few projects that have been sort of stored for a bit. And when you've got stored projects, you know, they sit around, they take a lot of room up in the shed. We don't want that. We want to keep going on our projects, and we'll take you all through the race modifications as per the thumbnail on Clunie in a second. But this truck has been here for a long time, right? So we've got to get the tray on this truck, and I've done some research where we got the exhaust done. It's a place that built these, you know, from scratch, 3-inch exhausts. They actually do fabrications of a tray as well, so that'll be done, which will be good fun. The other key thing we need to do is get these tyres and wheels back on the truck too. So these are antiquated 8.25 by 20-inch tyres. So they're going to go in on Tuesday, and that way we can get the rest of the truck jacked up, get it ready for the tray, take it in, measure it, and go from there. Okay, so when it comes to the race car modifications on Clunie, it's all about safety. So this thing will do 200, 250 k's down the main straight. I do not want to be spearing off the road and cause an injury. So front seats, we're going to go for some Sparcos. We'll have a look online on the types of models we're going to have a look for. And in the rear, we're going to do a half cage. And we'll see how that goes. Then we'll look at seam welding the chassis and so on as well. But those things, coupled with the brake modifications that Frankie and I are doing, we're going to practice on the snot box this weekend, will make this car and the snot box a lot more safer. So this is the stuff we're using. 10 tenths. Oh my God, look at that. So that's got a really, you know, really high boiling point. And also we're going to flush out the dot fall that comes with the car at the moment, and flush it all through, get the 10 tenths in there, and then that way we're going to mate that up with our stainless steel brake lines. And they should hopefully be here next Friday too. So we'll have stainless steel brake lines and new racing fluid. All right, so let's go jump online and let's have a look at some of the Sparco seats we might look for, and let's also look for the AGI roll cage that we're going to get for Clunie. All right, let's have a look at a bit of roll cages here. So we're on the AGI Roll Cage's website here, and if you scroll down here, you have a look at something like our car. So it's a VF Gen 4. Here we go here. So that's a half cage. They've got 6-point cages all the way up to the full cage bolt-ins. This looks a bit serious. Anyway, I reckon we'll start with something like a half cage to start with, and as a bolt-in. So this has got the main hoop, diagonal brace, backstays, and the harness bar. Harness bar is really important, so we'll get our harness connected. But I might have a look at this. That looks very, very interesting. So the good thing here with a half cage, and you've seen Clunie before, we've actually been doing a bit of engineering ourselves in here. So we've already got the rear seats out, and that half cage will just go straight in there. I have to look at where the mounting points are and how to bolt it in. But we'll get that done professionally anyways. But the car is actually, well, the back half of the car anyway is already half kitted out. So that is good news. So I might get a quote on that this week and let you know how we go. All right, so if we've got a half cage, we'll have a harness bar, and that's important because these slop around things are going to have to go. And they make you move around like nobody's business, the original seats. And the other thing too is that we're going to have to get an airbag sensor delete, or a return circuit on that one, because those front seats, both the passenger and the driver, have both got airbags in the side curtains of the seats. So if we go with some Sparcos, which we'll have a look in a second, obviously the Sparcos don't have airbags, so that's a key thing to look out for. So let's go have a look online. Let's go look at some Sparco models and some harnesses to go with the seats. All right, we're just on to the Racer Industries site here. So let's go down to Race Seats. And they have got a heap of different seats in here. The interesting thing is their prices are all over the show, these guys here. So some of these seats, and I'm sure it's a typo in some of the web form here, but $11,000 for that Sparco seat. I think it should be $1,100 anyway. I like to look at these Evo seats here. They're quite nice. We'll have a bit of a look at him. That looks quite nice. We'll have to get the right seat mounts and stuff for our... you can sort of zoom in a bit there and have a look. Got the holes for the harnesses. Good support there, don't fly around like the current seats. So they're quite nice, I like them. These look a bit V8 supercar-y here. And again, I think there's a typo on the spelling thing here, but these wrap around, they very much look like a V8 supercar. Look like it's got like a carbon sort of chassis too. So that might be a bit more serious than what we actually need, but all good fun nonetheless. And then the next thing we need to look at, some harnesses. So we've got some sort of 4-point harnesses. I'll probably go with a 6-point harness. I'm going to do it, maybe do it properly. Maybe get something like this Sparco one here. Let's have a look at him. Looks quite nice. 6-point harness, center buckle. Yeah, so something like that will do us, I think. So we might get on the phone to old mate at Racer Industries and have a look this week. All right, everyone, so we'll sign off on this vlog. But one of the things that I always talk about is sources of motivation and where you get your ideas from. And the ideas for our half cage and getting our car kitted out not only came from the track day that I went on with a fully kitted out race car, the Toyota 86 at Wakefield Park with track school, but this one here. So this is the Harrop TV Ultimate Monaro that they're building. And this has got like the half cage that I've just been talking about. Alcantara steering wheel, and it's got the Sparco seats, or Velo seats anyway, with some harnesses. And if you're going to do it, you may as well do it properly. And now that Clunie's taken off the road, I mentioned before, we don't have any compromises. So I'm not going to get pinged on a rego check for not having the right seats and all that sort of stuff. But main thing is safety, because this thing, with 1,000 horsepower on the track, I'm not going to take anything to chance. So on that note, don't do it for Dale, do it for Rocky. Stick with us, more stuff coming. And hopefully these goodies that I've just been talking about, they'll be here in a couple of weeks. See you later.